honorable examiner of teacher performance assessment. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lida Sari Lubis, and I am a teacher of professional education program, batch 3 in 2025 from Teacher Training Institute of University Moranin, majoring in English department, and my student's number is 25042911539. And in this session, I would like to conduct teaching practice for 8th grade students in SMP Islam Nusa Al-Fatih, and the material is narrative text. I hope from this learning activity, all the students will be more confident, motivated, and able to have narrative text. And here is my identity card. Thank you for your kind attention and happy watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so Cynthia. Okay. What about you? Do you want to help me there?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Can I use the speaker? Which one? Where's the speaker there? Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now please tell your story, God.
Okay.
The title is?
The title is No One.
Okay, now you can try that.
So, my favorite story is Snow White. Snow White's story is telling us about a beautiful bird that hunted by an ugly witch that jealous of her beautiful face. So, the witch sent a guard to kill her, but it turns out the guard didn't kill her, but he told her to run to the middle of the jungle. But the witch knows it, and she disguised it as an old woman and she gave an apple to her. Inside the apple is has poison, and Snow White is fainted, and the news about Snow White is fainted is spread around. And a prince comes to meet Snow White and hit her, and she woke up.
Wow, very good story. You really love that story very much?
Yes.
Yes, of course. And you have a very good pronunciation, right? Okay. It's really good to have you there. And then who will be the next step? Yes, you. How first, please? Okay.
First, let me introduce myself. My name
Yes.
is Alessandra Perez-Marina, and of course I'm from Ecuador.
Yes.
My favorite narrative text is from a Greek myth, the Odyssey. He is a king of Ithaca who fell against his queen and a son named Telemachus. He went to a war with 600 men as his ship worker. 20 years he was apart from his family because he went to war trapped in an island guarded by Zeus and marshal his grace. At the end, he managed to get home to Ithaca and met his son and wife. But from his 600 men as his ship worker, he came with zero.
Wow! Very good story also, right? And I don't know how to say that, but all of you are really great. You have that good pronunciation. It's really nice to have you down. Wow. Okay. And then I think that we need for one student, okay? Or maybe you, more than one student is okay, ya. Lebih dari satu juga, okay? Do you want? Okay, come on. Okay.
First, let me introduce myself. My name is Nayla Talita Sakirawati.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite story is Cinderella. Cinderella is a story that tells about an orphan girl who is adopted by a mean or Roman unfair mother.
Wow. And then?
Cinderella has two step-sisters who are also mean. They treat her so bad like a mean instead of the open. One day, the prince made a party to find a wife. Cinderella's sisters are not allowing her to come and look her in a meat room. While her sisters and mother go to the party. But then Cinderella got help from the fairy. She comes to the party and the prince fell in love with her.
Wow, fell in love, right? Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. And then, okay, what do you think about your friend's stories? Do you think that all the stories are really interesting one? Yes. Semua ceritanya sangat menarik ya. Okay, and then what about you? Do you have the favorite story yet? The title only you don't have? Are you serious about it that you don't have any favorite story? What about you there? No? What about you? Do you have? No? What about you there? Wow, why? Why don't you have a special favorite story there? Kenapa nggak punya cerita yang kalian senangin? Don't you want to give us? Or maybe because you really don't want have? Okay. Apakah memang nggak punya atau mungkin dia nggak punya story ya? Okay, what about you there? Do you have a favorite story there? You don't know? What about you? Cinderella. What about you? What about you? Cinderella. Yes? Rapunzel. And you? Rapunzel also. And then, what about you then? Okay, next. Cinderella. Wow, most of you like Cinderella story. I love that also. And then, what about you then? Cinderella. Okay, now please Cinderella. What do you think about Cinderella then? Beautiful, kind,
And smart.
yes, and then
Pretty.
wow. And then what about you? What do you think about Cinderella? Because most of you like Cinderella story, right? What about you now? What do you think about Cinderella? Beautiful also. Wow, smart. And then what about you? Do you have different ideas? Not beautiful, but the other one maybe? Smart. Okay, I think. Okay. Oh, do you want to say something? Yeah. I know that. And then kind. Yeah. Kind, beautiful, smart, and then cute. And cute also, right? Okay, thank you. So now I think that you have already told us about your favorite story, right? And please give a great applause for all of us. Yeah. Okay. Great, right? Okay. Now let's discuss about our lessons, right? Some of you have already told us about your favorite stories, and now let's discuss about our lessons, right? And for today, we will have the branch of narrative text. Okay? And when you tell us about your favorite story, narrative, Rapunzel, it's also a branch of narrative text, right? Jadi pada saat kalian tadi jelaskan tentang Rapunzel, kemudian Cinderella, itu adalah karangan-karangan dalam bentuk karangan narrative text, ya. Nah, untuk lebih lanjutnya, let's discuss about narrative text now. Are you still happy now? Yes. Okay. Now let's discuss about our lessons now. Okay. Okay, like I have already told you, seperti yang sudah saya katakan tadi, hari ini kita akan membahas cerita yang jenis ceritanya atau teksnya adalah narrative text. Oke? Nah, sebelumnya apakah sudah pernah mendengar istilah karangan naratif? Sudah pernah mendengar istilah karangan naratif text ya? Oke, apa sih yang dimaksud dengan karangan naratif text? Iya, jadi karangan naratif text itu adalah karangan yang isi dari karangannya berbentuk karangan fiksi atau non fiksi. Kalau kita katakan fiksi, berarti fiksi itu artinya apa ya? Iya, fiksi itu artinya tidak nyata, hanya berdasarkan hayalan. Nah, satunya lagi ada kata non fiksi. Lalu non fiksi itu apa ya? Iya, benar. Jadi kalau dia bilang non fiksi berarti cerita yang ceritanya itu berdasarkan cerita yang nyata atau berdasarkan suatu kondisi yang benar-benar dapat dibuktikan kebenarannya. Oke. Nah, tadi udah bagus ada bilang fiksi, non fiksi, dan kita udah bisa bedakan mana fiksi, mana non fiksi. Sekarang coba kita bahas kira-kira kalau kita kategorikan karangan Cinderella ini tergolong cerita yang mana ya? Fiksi ya. Nah, baik. Sekarang kita bahas. Tadi udah kenal fiksi, non fiksi. Kalau saya tanya mengenai jenis-jenis karangan dalam narratif text, tahu nggak ya kira-kira apa saja kah karangan yang ada di dalam karangan narratif text? Jenis-jenisnya itu apa saja ya? Siapa yang bisa jawab pertanyaan saya? Ya, cerita rakyat itu adalah cerita yang sangat terkenal mulai dari zamannya orang tua kita. Jadi cerita rakyat itu adalah cerita yang turun-temurun diceritakan. Cerita rakyat yang dulunya cerita itu dikenal oleh orang tuanya kamu. Kemudian orang tuanya kamu bercerita kembali tentang cerita itu. Jadi cerita rakyat itu adalah cerita yang berkembang di masyarakat. Oke, mulai dari masa lampau hingga zamannya kita sekarang. Ya, kemudian ada juga yang dikatakan dengan fairy tale. Apa itu fairy tale? Ayo, tadi ada fact word, sekarang ada fairy tale. Fairy tale itu yang bagaimana ya? Yes, good.
Cerita yang isi karangannya ada yang tiga berikut.
Iya, bagus ya. Jadi fairy tale itu adalah cerita yang di dalam ceritanya itu terdapat adanya peri-perinya ya. Kalau dalam karangan luar negeri contohnya apa ya? Cinderella. Iya, Frozen dan lain sebagainya. Ya. Kemudian yang berikutnya ada fable. Kayak fable itu apa? Fable apa ya yang dimaksud dengan fable? Pernah dengar istilah fable?
Ya, benar.
Pernah? Fable. Kalau dibilang fable apa ya yang dimaksud dengan fable? Siapa yang mau jawab pertanyaan saya ini? Fable adalah ayo. Fable ini paling sering kita temukan dalam bentuk komik-komik. Komik-komik yang sangat singkat ceritanya dan tampilannya menarik karena di dalam tampilan komiknya akan ada gambar-gambar. Apa ya? Maka fable adalah cerita karangan naratif teks yang seluruh pemerannya atau tokohnya adalah diperankan oleh hewan atau binatang. Nah, namanya fable. Nah, untuk yang ini kita bahasnya yang ini. Nah, namanya adalah legend. Ya. Jadi hari ini kita bahas legend. Kalau dia legend berarti apa? Cerita legenda. Kalau cerita legenda berarti artinya apa ya? Cerita fiksi atau non fiksi? Tadi kita ada sepakat. Fiksi itu artinya hayalan, non fiksi artinya tidak hayalan, berarti berupa kenyataan. Berarti legenda adalah cerita yang berdasarkan kejadian atau peristiwa yang benar-benar pernah terjadi. Fiksi atau non fiksi? Non fiksi. Baik. Nah, sekarang kita bahas ya. Oke. Tadi kita udah lakukan hal ini. Nah, sekarang kita bahas lebih lanjut. Jadi naratif teks itu adalah cerita yang di dalam ceritanya terdapat beberapa kegiatan-kegiatan yang mana serangkaian kegiatan tersebut akan membuat kamu menemukan satu tampilan cerita yang sangat menarik. Ya, jadi dia bilang apa? Narrative text is a form of writing. Jadi a form of writing that tells a story or a series of events. Ya, a series of events. Apa sih arti a series of events? Urutan peristiwa atau urutan kejadian. And can be either fiction or not fiction. Yes, and then masuklah dia novels, ya, short stories and poems. By the way, do you know poems? What is a poem?
Puisi.
Yes, good. Puisi. Okay. Next, kita discuss about purpose. Okay. So, jadi when we have a narrative text, actually we have the social function or the purpose of the text. Yeah. Do you know what is the purpose of the social functions of the text? Then? Apa ya tujuan dari karangan yang disebut dengan narrative text? Tujuannya adalah to amuse or entertain the readers. Apa tuh terjemahannya? To amuse or entertain the readers. Apa ya terjemahannya? Untuk memanjakan dan menghibur para pembaca. To amuse and entertain the readers. Oke. Nah, setelah kita Generic structure-nya itu adalah, nah ini dia masuk kepada serangkaian events tadi. Jadi ada beginning, middle, and end of the story. Nah sekarang kita bahas yang berikutnya, generic structure-nya. Oke, untuk generic structure-nya, apa yang kita miliki di generic structure-nya? Yang pertama, adanya orientation. Apa itu orientation? Orientation artinya adalah perkenalan, introduction. Ya, introduction mengenai apa? Mengenai the characters. Do you know the characters? Tokohnya, kemudian please ya, tempatnya. Satu lagi, waktu. Sewaktu. Jadi kalau kita bahas orientation, berarti kita bahas pemerannya siapa, ya kan? Di mana terjadinya, kemudian yang kapan peristiwa itu terjadi. Kita sebut dengan istilahnya apa tadi? Orientation. Oke, yang berikutnya setelah ada orientation ada apa ya? Very good answer. Complication. Jadi yang dimaksud dengan complication itu apa ya? Gimana? Cerita lengkapnya. Oke, ada lagi yang lain mau kasih ide? Complication, isinya apa lagi selain itu? Cerita lengkapnya, isinya apa lagi ya? Nah, penutup ya. Langsung kepada penutup kah kita? Nah, baik. Jadi setelah adanya orientation, maka ada yang namanya complication. Complication itu apa? Permasalahan yang terjadi di dalam cerita. Nah, jadi karangan naratif itu nggak akan seru, nggak akan oke, nggak akan membuat kita candu untuk bacanya kalau tidak terdapat tidak terdapat permasalahan yang terjadi di dalam cerita itu. Cerita Cinderella yang kamu tadi sangat senang. Apa ya yang menjadi permasalahannya sehingga kamu senang untuk membaca cerita Cinderella? Apa ya? Coba siapa yang mau bercerita? Apa ya yang membuat kamu itu senang mau baca cerita Cinderella? Karena di dalam cerita itu ada complication-nya. Apa ya yang termasuk di dalam complication di dalam karangan cerita Cinderella tadi? Apa ya? Ayo nak, siapa yang bisa jawab? Apa kira-kira permasalahan yang terjadi di dalam cerita karangan naratif teks Cinderella sehingga kalian merasa senang untuk mau membacanya? Dikasih apel beracun. Bagus. Apa lagi selain dikasih apel beracun? Sebelum apel beracun memangnya ada kejadian apa ya? bisa pergi ke
Istana.
istana. Wow, semangat ya. Yang berikutnya, nah sudah ada 3 nih. Orientation,
Communication, resolution.
terus yang berikutnya apa ya? Orientation udah, communication udah, resolution udah. Satu lagi itu adalah sesuatu yang seluruhnya adalah kata keterangan dalam bentuk past tense dan biasanya dia berbentuk apa? Berbentuk kalimat dongeng. Apa contoh kalimat dongeng? Dahulu kala, apa bahasa Inggrisnya? Yes, once upon a time. Selain once upon a time? Iya, pada zaman dahulu. Apa bahasa Inggrisnya pada zaman dahulu? Long time ago. Atau satu lagi yuk. One day. Pada suatu hari. Nah, jadi kalau narasi teks itu terdapat bahasa dongeng. Nah, baik. Terlihat sudah sangat lelah, ya. Kalau sudah sangat lelah ini kayaknya saya perlu adakan ice breaking lebih awal nih. Apakah sudah siap untuk ice breaking? Kita ice breaking saja. Karena semuanya udah terlihat sangat lelah. Nanti pelajaran kita nggak fokus. Masih ingat kita kali ini ice breakingnya penuh dengan semangat, ya kan? Boleh berbalik boleh, ya kan? Karena kita ada gerakannya, ya kan? Ayo kita ice breaking dulu biar nggak lelah, ya. Biar nggak bosan. Oke, baik. Sekarang kita mulai ice breaking, oke? Siap? Ingat? Siapa yang ingat? Apa yang harus kita katakan? Betty butter was some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. Oke, one. Are you ready?
Ready!
Oke, 1, 2, 3, go! Oke, sekali lagi boleh? 1, 2, 3. Oke, nah biar saya nggak banyak cerita lagi, gimana kalau kita lihat cerita mengenai legenda Danau Toba. Kita hari ini ya melihat karangannya tapi dalam tampilan video. Oke. Oke, apakah siap untuk mau mendengarkan ceritanya? Oke.
In a valley in Sumatra, there lived a farmer named Toba. He was a diligent farmer, but unfortunately, his harvest was not always bountiful, and he often went hungry. Because of his hunger, Toba went fishing in the river. He waited a long time and became desperate. When Toba was just about to go home, suddenly something turned on his fishing line. Toba was excited and started reeling in his fishing line.
Wow, that's a big fish.
Said Toba. Sure enough, at the end of the line was a large gold scaly fish. Toba immediately brought the fish home to cook. At home, Toba was disappointed because all his firewood had been used up.
some in the fields.
Then Toba placed a fish inside the basin while he went to the field to collect the firewood.
I will eat well today.
Said Toba while carrying the firewood behind the house. He lit the fire, but when Toba went to take the fish, he was surprised. The fish had vanished, and instead there were pieces of gold inside the basin.
Where's my fish? And whose gold is this?
Then, when Toba opened the door of his room, he was surprised. There was a tall woman combing her long hair in front of a mirror.
This woman is so beautiful. Hey, who are you?
Asked Toba. The woman turned around, and Toba was fascinated. Toba had never seen a woman as beautiful as her.
I am the incarnation of the fish you caught earlier. The gold coins were my scales.
Toba was confused. The woman smiled.
I am cursed by the gods to be a fish, but thanks to you, the curse is gone now. Let's go to the kitchen. I'll make you food. You must be hungry.
Toba followed her to the kitchen. Deftly, the woman immediately prepared food for Toba. Toba was amazed by the woman's brilliance in the kitchen. He said to himself,
If only she wanted to be my wife.
apparently the woman could read Toba's mind.
I want to be your wife, but I have one condition.
Said the woman. After finishing his food, Toba was shocked to hear what she said.
Just say it. What's the condition?
If we get married later, never bring up my origins as a fish. I will not be the only one who suffer the consequences if you break this agreement.
Toba agreed. For him it was the easy condition. Toba and the woman finally married. Toba was working so hard in the fields to fulfill their daily needs. When his wife became pregnant, Toba was pleased. He couldn't wait for the birth of his child. Not long after, a baby boy was born. Toba named him Samosyed. Samosyed grew into a naughty, lazy child. All he did was play around. Toba tried to be patient with Samosyed's behavior. Whenever Toba was in the field, Samosyed didn't want to know the food his wife cooked for him. In the end, it was Toba's wife who delivered the food to Toba.
My wife. You can't spoil Samosyed forever. If he continues to be spoiled, it will be harder to control him.
Toba's wife smiled and said,
Be patient, my husband. One day, Samosyed will change.
I've been patient enough with him, my wife, but my patience also has a limit.
One day, Toba's wife persuaded Samosyed to take food to the fields for Toba. At first, Samosyed refused, but his mother continued to convince him. Finally, Samosyed agreed.
All right, Mom, I'll deliver this food to Father.
But on his way, Samosyed played with his friends instead. After playing, Samosyed felt hungry.
I'm starving. I will eat this food.
Samosyed then ate the food that was supposed to be for his father and left him only a little. In the fields, Toba couldn't wait any longer. He was starving. Moreover, he didn't have time to have breakfast because a lot of work needed to be done that day. In the distance, Samosia came running.
Where have you been, Samosia? Daddy has been waiting for you a long time.
Samosia did not answer and immediately gave him the food. Toba was surprised to find only the leftovers.
Hey, Samosia, have you eaten Daddy's food? Your behavior is out of line. You little fish, come here.
Toba was angry at Samosia. Without realizing he had spoken of the restrictions his wife had previously warned him of. Toba hit Samosia until he cried loudly. Samosia then ran to the house. At home, Samosia told everything to his mother.
Mother, Father said that I'm the child of a fish. Is it true?
Toba's wife felt sad because Toba had brought up her origins. Then she told Samosia to run up the hill.
Musim pancaroba, siapa takut?
Okay, wait a minute.
Sesungguhnya kalian bukan nutrisi, tapi imunitas jadi kuat dan aktif. Biar kuat. Samosia, quick! Run up to the hill, son, before the flood comes. Okay, Mom?
Samosia obeyed her. Immediately the sky was dark and lightning struck. A flood appeared from the river. Toba's wife suddenly jumped towards the tide and became a fish again. Toba, who was working in the fields, was shocked to see the flood coming towards him.
What's this water? Why is this happening?
He didn't have time to escape. Toba drifted and sank into the flood. Soon the surge flooded the entire valley and left only the top of the hill in the middle where Samosia was hidden. The flood had created a lake, and Samosia became an island. That is why the lake is named Lake Toba, and the island in the middle is called Samosia.
Okay, now please, okay, I have some questions, right? We have already had the narrative text, the legends, right? So I have some questions there. I have some questions, okay? Now please tell me, you can raise your hand, right? Boleh angkat tangannya ya. Please tell me which part is the orientation of the story, and please tell me the orientations are. Mana bagian orientasinya tadi? The orientation of the story is, yes, you. Abang memancing, orientasinya. Iya, bagus. Perkenalan di awal, ya. A young man, the name is Toba, yes, and then the goldfish, Samosia, ya. Very good. Nah, sekarang the complication. What about the complications ya? Apa ya permasalahannya? What is the complications ya? Apa ya permasalahannya? Permasalahannya adalah iya betul. Samosia makan, lalu yang disediakan buat ayahnya. Bagus. Oke. Ada lagi nggak? Apa lagi ya komplikasinya? Atau permasalahannya? Iya.
Toba mengurut anaknya dengan berkata anak ikan.
Iya, bagus. Kalau anaknya mengatakan kalau dia adalah anak ikan. Oke. Nah, sekarang saya tanya nih, resolusinya apa ya? Ada nggak tadi di situ resolusinya? Apa ya kira-kira resolusinya? Kita udah dapat orientation Sepertinya tidak ada yang kasih jawaban. Ayolah, apa kira-kira resolusinya? Resolusinya adalah ayo ya. Resolusinya menjadi itu termasuk resolusi atau application? Complication. Jadi di dalam cerita itu kan ternyata dia nggak punya resolusi, tetapi wajib harus memiliki permasalahan. Nah, kalau begitu ada nggak moral value-nya? Pesan atau amanatnya apa ya di dalam cerita tadi kira-kira? Apa ya kira-kira pesan atau amanatnya? Tepati janji. Yang kedua, ada lagi yang lain? Bagus ya, kita harus menepati janji. Yang berikutnya apa lagi ya? Yang berikutnya adalah gimana? Iya, menepati janji, nggak boleh ikat janji. Oke, apa lagi kira-kira? Iya, kita harus amanah, menepati janji. Baik. Nah, untuk berikutnya, ya, kita akan membahas karangan naratif dalam tampilan yang berbeda. Saya rasa untuk karangan naratifnya, cerita legendanya semuanya sudah memahami dengan baik. Oke, sudah ya. Baik. Nah, sekarang saya ada tugas nih. Oke, ada yang bisa bantu saya untuk memberikan tugasnya? Bisa? Oke, bagikan ke temannya. Oke, dari sini boleh ya, bagikan ke temannya dan kita akan mengerjakan soal ya. Gimana? Ada yang kendalanya? Ada yang belum dapat? Iya, silakan ya. Oke. Baik, terima kasih. Yang berikutnya, siapa yang akan berperan sebagai tobanya? Nah, iya, bagus. Kemudian goldfish-nya atau princess-nya. Oke. Nah, dan yang berikutnya adalah samosir. Mana ya yang jadi samosirnya? Oke, nah. Baik. Dan seluruh kalian menjadi keluarganya, ya. Villager. Oke. Baik. Biar lebih menghayati boleh ya. Saya buat dulu apa namanya itu iramanya ya, biar kalian merasa terhibur. Oke. Ganti-gantian ya. Kita nggak punya cukup mic ya. Jadi kita ganti-gantian ya. Tapi nanti kalau rasanya suaranya kuat, nggak apa-apa nggak pakai mic ya, karena kita cuma hanya dua. Ya, punya dua ya. Saya sudah pakai. Oke, are you ready, Nak?
Yes.
Oke, baik. Oke. Semua kamu oke? Suaranya oke. Baik, sekarang kita mulai actingnya. Silakan. There is a fortune and a problem. You will go to work very hard. But it is expected in the river.
I've been fishing all day, but not a single
Please come to me.
The river is just one fish for enough.
I'm working. Your kindness.
Suddenly, Zola catches something shiny. Okay, lanjutnya.
Thank you, good man. Because of your kindness, I will show you who I
I've
am.
never seen anything like this before. Please, kind fisherman, don't hurt me. Let me go and I will repay your kindness. You get up, of course, but you sound sincere. Alright, I will set you free. Thank you, good man. Because of your kindness, I will show you who I really am.
This turns into a beautiful woman.
I will express grace. Your kindness has become my friend. I will be your wife. You promised me one thing. Never tell anyone that I was once a face. I promise. I will never tell.
Years passed. Lola and the princess lived happily and had a lovely summer. The summer a bit lazy and often disobeyed his parents.
Somerset, please help your there lived a poor fisherman named Tom. He lived alone and worked hard every day to catch the fish in the river. Toba. I've been fishing all day, but not a single fish. Please, the river, give me just one fish for dinner. Narrator. Suddenly, Toba catch something shiny. Toba. Wow! What a beautiful golden fish! I've never seen anything like this before. Golden fish. Please, kind fisherman, don't harm me. Let me go and I will repay your kindness. Toba. You can help? How strange! But you sound sincere. Alright, I will set you free. Golden fish. Thank you, good man. Because of your kindness, I will show you who are really. Nara. The fish turns into a beautiful woman. Princess. I was a course princess. Your kindness has broken my nature. I will be your wife, but promise me one thing: never tell anyone that I was unwise of fish. Toba. I promise I will never tell. Narrator. Years passed. Toba and the princess lived happily and had a son named Samosir. But Samosir a bit lazy and often decided his parents. Toba. Samosir, please help your mother with the chores. Samosir. Little father, I'm tired. Mother. Samosir, please take this food to your father at the river. Don't eat it on the way, okay? Mother. Samosir. Yes, mother, I promise. Narrator. On his way, Samosir becomes hungry and eats most of the food. Toba. Where is my lunch? Samosir. Was hungry, father. Toba. You lazy boy! You are just the son of a fish. Narrator. Toba had broken his promise. The princess heard what he said and felt deeply hurt. Thank you.
Once upon a time, in a quiet village in North Sumatra, there lived a poor fisherman named Toba. He lived alone and worked hard every day to catch the fish in the river.
I've been fishing all day, but not a single fish. Please, the river, give me just one fish for dinner.
Suddenly, Toba catched something shiny.
Wow, what a beautiful golden fish. I've never seen anything like this before.
Please, kind fisherman, don't hurt me. Let me go and will repay your kindness.
You can talk? How strange. But you sound sincere. Alright, I will set you free.
Thank you, good man. Because of your kindness, I will show you who I really am. The fish turned into a beautiful woman. I was a cursed princess. Your kindness has broken my curse. I will be your wife. But promise me one thing, never tell anyone that I was a one.
I promise I will never.
Years passed. Toba and the princess lived happily and had a son named Samosir. But Samosir, a bit lazy and often disobeyed his parents.
Samosir, please help your mother with the chores.
Let your father, I'm tired.
Samosir, please take this food to your father at the river. Don't eat it on the way, okay?
Yes, mother,
I promise. On his way, Saucy becomes hungry and eats most of the food.
Where is my lunch?
I was hungry, Father.
You lazy boy. You are just the son of a fish.
Toba had broken his promise. The princess heard what he said and felt deeply hurt.
You broke your word. Toba, now you must be for the consequence. Run! Run to hill! Goodbye, Toba. Goodbye,
waktu. Yang berikutnya setelah orientation tadi kita sebutkan istilahnya apa ya? Complication. Apa yang dimaksud dengan complication? Apa yang dimaksud dengan complication? Munculnya permasalahan. Setelah adanya munculnya permasalahan, biasanya kita akan temukan apa? Kita akan temukan resolution. Resolution itu apa ya? Penyelesaian masalah. Oke, setelah resolution saya lupa apa ya namanya yang terakhir? Iya, kode. Apa ya nama lain dari kode tadi? Amanat atau moral value. Siapa yang mau bercerita? Setiap karangan naratif teks benar nggak memberikan pesan atau amanat kepada diri kamu? Oke, yang berikutnya. Nah, kalau kita bahas karangan naratif teks, di dalam karangan naratif teks harus ada apa? Harus ada language features. Apa yang dimaksud dengan language features ya? Apa ya yang dibahas di dalam language features-nya? Yang dibahas adalah susunan, penyusunan kalimat yang digunakan di dalam cerita tersebut. Dalam bentuk apa tensisnya? Setelah adanya grammar structure-nya dalam bentuk past tense, bagaimana ya caranya kita biar ceritanya itu menjadi satu kesatuan yang berurutan? Kita harus gunakan apa ya? Ada kata penghubung. Sama-sama sebutkan kata penghubung yang bisa kita temukan di karangan naratif teks. 1, 2, 3. First, then, next, after that, next, and finally. Oke, very good. Sejauh ini apakah ada lagi yang masih kurang dipahami ya? Oke, kalau tidak boleh ya kalau kita buat ice breathing-nya sekali lagi. Boleh ya? Oke, berbalik dan lebih meriah ya. Oke, baik. Sekarang kita mulai. Semuanya siap? Siap. Lebih semangat boleh? Oke, 1, 2, 3. Oke, 3 kali lagi boleh? Lebih semangat boleh? 1, 2, 3. Oke, baik. Sekarang balik lagi ke depan. Oke. Nah, baik anak-anak, hari ini pelajaran yang sudah kita pelajari sudah dapat dipahami dengan baik ya. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat bagi kita seluruhnya dan teruslah membaca karangan-karangan, terkhusus karangan-karangan yang berasal dari budaya kita sendiri, ya kan? Nah, baik anak-anak, sebelum kita tutup atau kita akhiri pertemuannya, oke? Siapa yang bertugas untuk memimpin hari ini, Nak? Oke, dia boleh diambil mic-nya ya.
Company attention. Report class